Hey, what's going on, people? So, I have a new computer, newer. It is Saturday, the 2nd of September. Cheers. And sorry about the quality of the picture here. The new computer is really showing because I have it on HD, but everything that I've been using is old. My other computer was almost 10 years old, so I got real good use out of it. Yeah, I'm going to move that. There we go. So I got lots of good use out of it. I really did. Um, Interestingly, I ended up buying a refurbished computer, not a new one. And of all places, I bought it at the Goodwill. Goodwill's Good Bites used computer store because, um, the new stuff, I didn't want a new computer, and the price on new computers is like ridiculous when I don't want all that stuff. I just know what I need. So, I looked over what was available at the Good Bite store, and I was happy that they had quite a selection. I looked real close and read the specs as best as I can understand them, and bought one. Sure enough, I get home. There's a glitch, but I have two friends who are computer nerd experts. Craig, you may not see this because you just told me you just left on vacation to go fishing. But my other friend Aaron Gum, who doesn't watch, he's just he's on another trajectory. But we work together, and he is even more of a he's a tech nerd. So when I called him with the hang up with the new computer, he knew immediately what to do. Like, he said, "Oh, look at the back." Da, 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 da. Then he sent me a picture to compare the back of the computer with the graphic that he sent me, and it showed me, "Oh, this has been added. That's where I need to do this hookup." And it's a much better, much faster. Of course, when you use a computer for 10 years, it's obsolete. So this one, I went to upload the software for this camera, and I didn't need to because, number one, it's outdated, and number two, because this is now a Windows 11 or something. I plugged the camera in, and it finds it. It just so nice. Cheers, everybody. Just an update. Um, Hope you're all doing well. Um, I'll let you know. The fellow that sent this to me for review. I'm not going to review it yet because I need to listen to it more closely. On first listen, it's like, okay, this is not what I go for, but that's beside the point. What they want is some feedback on their record, how it came out. I can't give it this one because I just gave it a cursory listen to see if it was the sort of thing I'm into. And so review is still coming, probably next video. Okay, it's got a nice cover. Okay, so this is all I can say. Don't get mad. So somebody leaves me the message that Jimmy Buffett has died, apparently wanting to hear me say something. Well, that person probably doesn't know that the worst show I've been to thousands. I know it's not hundreds, it's at least 1,000 shows, if not thousands. At my age now, I can say that I've been to just countless concerts and live music shows. One of the very worst shows I've ever had to sit through was a Jimmy Buffett concert. It's not to denigrate him as a human being, rest in peace, brother. But here's a quick story. This happened back in the 70s. I had a girlfriend. We worked together. First, it was like I had no business being with this woman, you know. First thing happens is she wrecks my car and then won't pay for it, won't do anything over it. Like a dummy, I stay with her longer. She begs me to take her to a Jimmy Buffett concert. The high point of the concert was Procter and Bergman, a Firesign Theater, opened. That was good. That was cool. But Jimmy Buffett was the most insufferable party music that I have no interest in. It was horrid. I had a terrible time. I did not enjoy the show. I did not enjoy my girls' company. And I hated the music. But as a human being, Mr. Buffett, rest in peace. I was busy all day getting this computer up and running. I'm happy to say that I have it up to about 80% of what my other computer, because my computer is my studio. I was concerned about, because some of my, I'm using a couple of old programs. Adobe Audition is old, but I still use it for some editing. The editing tools are in Reaper and Reason in different ways, but I like the interface of the Audition because I've been using it for so long. So thankfully it's old, but it found the drivers online and I got it on. So my computer is just about functional. Funny that it would take a crap while I'm in the midst of getting recordings going with Hank Red. Always, life is so interesting. Life is so interesting. So, just right quick, I'll show this. A Gentle Giant 8-track, The Missing Piece, was sitting in a drawer of electronic stuff that I was rummaging through as I was getting the new computer set up. And so I have this sitting out. I don't have an 8-track player that plays anymore. I mean, I have one, but it's in the garage, and I'm sure that it's ruined by now because of weather and stuff. But excuse me, that's there. So I didn't play any records is what I was trying to get to. No, I was too busy with the computer. The only record I played yesterday was the new Slow Dive. I listened to both sides. I love this. There's a gentleness to it. And there's a gauzy feel to it. Not foggy, more like mist, in the morning or also at night by water, and there's fog on the lake. So I'm still not paying hardly any attention to the lyrics. It's just the sound. I love this new Slow Dive. That's the only record that I played yesterday. I pulled this because when I was thinking, what is this? I remember now. Orange Milk is a label that I discovered not that long ago. Interesting label. And my friend Darren Keene, who calls himself Problems right now, they released some of his music on this label. I could hardly read this. Diamond Soul, Miami. I like these graphics. So hopefully I'll give that a spin today. And I want to thank you all for showing support and buying. Thank you very much. I sold, actually, I sold more of these yesterday than RAF. Woven Territories. Thank you very much, folks, and I hope you enjoy this. The RAF sold pretty good, though. On the Bandcamp stats, we came in number 1 and 2 in sales for Bandcamp Friday in Nebraska yesterday. RAF was number 1 and myself with Brian Day number 2. I find that interesting because it gives me a gauge as to how much people are actually selling through Bandcamp here in Nebraska. Thank you. One more on the RAF. So Kelly, who did the graphics and does our merch, does our t-shirts and stuff, he stopped by yesterday after work to pay me for the show, but also to bring me some more stickers. He's so humble, I gave him big kudos because this is such a wonderful design on the album. But what I also did while I was here is I had him sign a few more copies of the album. So I'll sign this too. So there will be 2 of the 5 members on some copies, okay? I have a dozen left of the maroon colored vinyl. I have a dozen copies left. And not all of them I got signed by Kelly, but I got him to sign some more of those. I'll add my signature to these as well. So there will be two out of the 5 members signed on the records. And get them, folks. I'd also like to let you folks in the UK know that I had it. You don't have to make up the difference. You can if you want to, but postage is just crazy. It was on average $28 per record to get them to England, and I charged $24. I think I adjusted the postage after I sent the package to Norway up. And even then, it was still $28 a piece. So, not complaining, just sharing. You know what I'm saying? I'll absorb that if you folks don't want to pay. Make up the difference in the postage. I'll just absorb it. Really happy that you have the records. I don't have any outlets for distribution outside of the U.S. for vinyl. I don't know of anyone that I know that I can trust. I have to say that because in the past, when I've done distribution deals for records, got burned, never got paid. And this is common. In the past, this was very common, especially when the record industry was really going the way it used to go. It was common for small labels and distributors to never get paid. So that's what's up. I got my Sun Ambulance t-shirt on. Band that was on Saddle Creek. Toured the US and Europe with this band. This t-shirt is unique because Joe, who was the leader of the band, Joe Knapp, character, a real cracked genius in many ways. So when he went to order t-shirts for the tour, he specified that what he wanted was white t-shirts bleached black. I believe I got that explained right. So this is actually a white t-shirt that went through some process that turned it black, and you can see this. It was expensive. These are unusual. Of course, anyone just seeing it would just think it's a black t-shirt. But that's what's interesting about artists and about creative people, is that in some artists, a lot of artists, will go to great pains to realize their ideas and do things that no one will ever know or ever notice. but it's important to the artist to do it. I recognize that. I do it myself. I love that about art. It enriches life so much. So much. So that's really what I have to share this morning. Really, I don't want to do a poll. Got to get used to this new look on the computer. I'm not going to buy a camera today because my pockets are feeling pretty flat after buying the computer. And the other thing that happened last week was, I didn't expect this, but that heat wave knocked out my TV. Literally, it just stopped working. It wouldn't come on. I'm not the sort of person who just, I waited, did several things. It's gone. So I had to buy a new TV. I want a TV for my living room, so that was two unexpected costs incurred this month. Can't save money for nothing. I bought records. That's my joy. I mean, I ought to be able to buy some records, right? Okay. Have a good Saturday and Sunday. I'll talk to you later.